I didn't know that when I would stop the stream. We're back live, and he's an Olympic gold medalist, and he's just a warrior, man. He's down. So I took him over Sergio Pettis. And Max, what was you saying? Who did you take?
I, I said on the fight, well, Brandon Moreno, he absolutely destroyed him. I mean, I thought that fight would put him #1 contender, but unfortunately not. He's got to fight now against Henry Cejudo, which is a really good fighter. This is going to be a good fight tomorrow night, and I'm taking Sergio by decision.
All right, well, another disagreement.
It is. Alright, moving on to our co-main event of the evening. And you have got Alistar Overeem. His last fight was against Mauricio Werdum, which he won, taking on Francis Dubois. His last fight was against Andre Arlovski, in which he won Performance of the Night.
Dominated.
Dominated
Okay,
Arlovski.
here's my one problem about the Alistar Overeem. I know he did win against Fabricio Verdum, but that was total fucking bullshit. In my opinion, Fabricio won that fight for sure.
I agree with you.
Okay, but anyways, let's break down this fight. Okay, Francis Ngannou. Here's my only thing: he hits like a fucking freight train, and
Yes.
right now, the UFC's got some kind of thing that measures punching power. Apparently, he's got more power than anybody else in the world, punching power. Which I'd like to see Anthony Johnson hit that mother. I'd like to see Anthony Johnson hit it, dude. I think he might. I think he might have beat him. But anyways, Francis Ngannou, man, that's his thing. He's just he can knock the shit out of you. Okay, but Alistar Overeem, man, if he can utilize the clinch and his ground game, because he has world-class clinch and ground game skills, he will win this fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if he beats Francis, it earns him another title shot. And I think if Francis knocks out Alistar, it earns him a title shot. This one's up in the air for me too, but I definitely think Alistar has got he has more experience. He's got more experience than basically anybody in the UFC. He is probably the best all-around best fighter in the heavyweight division, even though I think Stipe still beats him. But he's got more skills than anybody else.
He does. And how old is this mug? 50? 60? He looks old as crap since TRT's been taken out.
Yeah. He's got the dad bod kind of going now. Which I would never tell him that in person, because he would fuck you up, man.
He mess you up. Another thing on Alistar, he's on a 2-fight win streak, so I know it's not much, but
I really, really, really can't stress enough that Fabricio had him hurt bad. And another thing, since they took the TRT away, he ain't scared to run away. Like, he literally sprints away from people sometimes. If he tries doing that against Francis will run him down.
That's true. And another thing about Francis is that, oh my gosh, when he hits you, it is like hitting glass. He has got glass in his hands. If he hits you, he's going to shatter something.
Yeah, man, I totally agree. If Francis can hit him on the button, with half the power he has, Alistar out. Alistar doesn't have much of a chin anymore. I think he's over his prime just a little bit. A little bit.
Yes.
I mean, maybe 2 fights ago, this might have been a better fight. And you see what Francis did to Andre Arlovski. I mean,
oh my gosh.
Talk about somebody that's out of his prime.
Yeah. Well, my prediction on this fight, I'm going to go with Ngannou. He is the French powerhouse. He's French, by the way, guys. I'm saying Ngannou will win it in knockout fashion.
I can't disagree with your decision there. I mean, that's a smart pick. I just honestly, I think that Alistar knows that he's on the last parts of his career, and he's gonna do whatever he can to keep it going.
All right.
I mean, but dude, like I said, if he works the clinch game, it's gonna be hard it's gonna be hard to do anything with him. And his clinch, dude, he just knocked out Mark Hunt, dude. That should tell you something. Talk about a beast. Somebody with a chin too. I mean, Hunt's got one of the best chins in the heavyweight.
Man.
Yeah, I mean he's a beast. I know he's a little older and stuff, but it's hard to knock him out. That's for sure.
That is true. All right, and that is our co-main event of the evening between Alistair Overeem and Francis Ngannou. We are moving on to the main event of this UFC 218 fight card, and it is going to be a title fight between Max Blessed Holloway. His last fight was against Jose Aldo, which was fight of the night, and of course he's taking on Jose Aldo again, and he lost at UFC 212 against Holloway.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, I think I'm a little biased because Holloway's probably he's one of my top 3 fighters now, man. I love Holloway. I love the way he fights. He's just so talented, man. I mean, I think it's a new era now. I think when Holloway beat Aldo, it began the new era, and not taking anything away from Jose Aldo. He's the best in that division. Like, if you say pound for pound greatest of all time, right now he's got to be the best in that division. From everything he's ever done. Now, here's the thing. The last fight that they had, he didn't even utilize any of his leg kicks, which is a big part of his game. And they said it was due to injury. So, if he can get the leg kicks going, I mean, he might make it a different fight. And I was a little bummed out, man. This should have been Frankie Edgar, and which I think is going to be I think that's a bad matchup for Max Holloway, which I'd like to see him fight because, you know, champions overcome adversity, and I think Holloway is the next big thing for the UFC.
Yes, I agree.
So I am taking Holloway, though. I think Holloway's going to finish him again, too. I think it'll be a little later, maybe in the 3rd, 4th round, maybe even the 5th round, but I think he gets another finish.
I agree, and Holloway is on a big-time win streak, 11-fight win streak. During this win streak, he's beat people as Cub Swanson, Stevens, Lamas, Pettis, and Aldo. I mean, Holloway, this is his division now. Aldo's he's been great for many, many years. I mean, he's a fighter that's getting out of his prime. It's time to hang up the gloves and ride off into the sunset.
Yeah. So who are you picking, Maxwell?
I'm picking. Me and he's on an agreement on this one. We're both taking Holloway.
Well, but I mean, overall, dude, this card right here is looking awesome. 217 was great. It was probably one of my favorite of all. So I mean, if 218 can even do half as good as that one, I'll be happy. But I think it has a possibility of doing better. They got some great fights on this card, man.
They do, really.
Man, I'm playing the UFC 3 right now, and it's hard to concentrate and talk about the fights. Maybe I should start putting the computer on the fight while we're talking about this stuff. This game is really good. The stand-up's so much better than the UFC 2, in my opinion.
It's a good game. It's hard at first, but once you get them to using it, it's going to be different.
And that's what I think is going to happen to Gaethje tomorrow night, guys. Well, this is episode 4 of the podcast, man. I'm enjoying it. I look forward to it every week that we do them, and I want to do more stuff. You know, we've done a WWE thing. I I don't really know as much about wrestling as I do UFC. That's my main thing. That's my main sport. Most people like football around here. I'm a UFC guy. I like football too, but
Yeah.
I like Mississippi State and I like the Dolphins. And you like Auburn and you like the Bears. So,
I do.
but I want to thank everybody for joining in tonight. Please hit that subscribe button for more content. We'll see you guys on the flip side.